All right, all right. Do a little audio check. Mic check. Okay, it sounds like we've got audio. Wife is not available today to do that audio check for me right now. So let's get ready to play a little bit more of Schedule 1. I did go back and rewatch the stream yesterday afterwards, and it seemed like there was a whole lot of drop frames and lag, and I think I had my settings a little too high to broadcast the way I was trying to, so I have toned it down a bit. And we'll see if that works. Let me get comfortable and we'll get started here. All right. All right, all right, all right. Here we are. We will continue the game from last evening while we're testing here. I'm only going to go for, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes on this stream so I can verify that the new settings work. And if not, then I will go back to the drawing board and adjust things further. And I will have to start shopping for improved internet. Because I would like to stream at better quality than what I currently have available to me. But we shall see. Yoo-hoo, new customer. Apparently he likes the candy. Sure thing, Austin. Let's meet up later tonight. We'll go over here and see if we can't snag another new customer. Wrong room. There we go. Peter, how you doing? Would you like to be a new customer of mine? All right, thanks, Peter. go down here and see if we can get another one. Check with Peggy at the pharmacy. She's a pharmacist. She knows what candy's good for. Yep, there's another one. Let's go over here and talk to, I think, Mr. Ludwig. See what he thinks of our candy here. Apparently he likes it. Let's go talk to Miss Ming over here. Chinese restaurant. See if she would like to buy some more candy sometime. Cool. I probably ought to go check and see what I got going on here. Okay, so I need to go buy some soil. Go over here and talk to my main man, Dan. See if he's got some soil I can purchase. I'm gonna get a couple of them. Like 4 sounds good. Might as well buy some more baggies. $79 or 80 more baggies. Wonder if I got enough money to pay off my debt. I do. Put that in there. I'll put another 100 in there, and I'll order some more seeds for candy. All right. We're looking pretty decent here. Back to the motel room. Throw the soil up there. Throw a couple of the baggies up there. Put some baggies on there. I'll throw the rest of my baggies over here on this shelf. Trying to lowball me. Trying to lowball me. Okay, let's go ahead and grab 2 of these soils here and get them loaded up, ready to go. Yeah. Put them in my inventory instead of just putting them back on the shelf. That'd probably work a little better. There we go. And there we go. So that gets us ready for some seeds. Albert said it's at the arcade, so that's going to be over here. This building here is the arcade, the blue one. So I've got a little bit of time in this game. I do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I have consumed content on this game, trying to learn some of the tricks. I'll probably put out some videos talking about the best start that I've found for me. If anybody's interested in that kind of thing, could be fun. Those seeds in there. I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna move it over yonder. All right, let's clean up our little bit of mess in here. We'll go out here and we'll just pick up trash for a little bit, make some extra cash. So one thing you can do when you're picking up trash is you can check in the trash bins. The one over here behind Taco Ticklers is usually a pretty good spot to find some trash. I know it doesn't make any sense to pick up trash out of a trash to put in another trash. But if you're trying to make some money real quick, in a pinch, I have had games where I've started to play and I got myself in a little bind and ran out of money. And in a lot of games, that's kind of, you're done. You're toast. But here, all you got to do is just run around and, oh, there's a can. Let's just pick that up. And then, oh, there's another can. Let's pick that one up. You know, you just walk around picking up cigarettes off the ground and empty water bottles, cute cans, random papers laying on the ground, empty cigarette packs, you know, whatever. all the things that you can find throughout town. You just bring them over here to the little cash for trash bin, dump them in there, and voila, $15. So I've almost picked up enough trash to make sure I can order 4 more seeds from Albert without having to go into debt. I'm not worried about it because I've got customers coming up to me, but lining up in my messages that ow, that are just lining up to buy candy from me. So I have plenty of money tomorrow in the morning. Right, there's the warning bell. Curfew's about to begin, so we'll finish picking up trash till my bin is full. We'll run back up here to the one I've already got some garbage in. I thought I did. We already cashed that out. Throw all that in there. Boom, another $20. All right, so my 4 seeds that I'll order for tomorrow are paid for with that bit of trash run in there. I'm gonna grab a little more product out of the motel room so I don't run out. $79.79. Let's throw some water on those. Or we got to go see a people about a thing for the stuff. You know, we don't want to make the kids angry by making them wait for their candy. Okay. We got about an hour to wait. Grab these baggies and we'll move them over to the other. And I'll try to keep that shelf for supplies. And I'll keep that this shelf over here for packaging and finished goods. All right, let's go ahead and head out. Turn the flashlight off so we don't draw undue attention. See if we got one person over here ready to buy. Oh yeah. Don't accidentally hit the wrong button and punch a customer, because they don't like that so much. Some of them will pull a knife on you and try to end you. Hello. Oh, you finished a few deals and made some decent cash, but if you're looking to make real money, you'll need to expand your operation. More production, and more customers. The best way to gain new customers is to give them free samples to a friend of an existing customer. I've already been doing that. You can review all potential customers on the map, grab some weed and give them a free sample. With a bit of luck, they'll agree to become a customer. To keep up with more customers, you'll need more production. The motel room isn't going to cut it for much longer. Time for an upgrade. There's a cheap room for sale. above the Chinese restaurant just north of the motel room. Save $800, then go and ask about buying the room. All right, cool. So we're going to have to move on up to the north side, I guess. And I usually try to figure out a nice little route so I don't have to go back and forth across town while I'm distributing my candies. Boy, isn't he a profitable little venture there? I've already got enough money to go buy my room above the Chinese restaurant here. I'm gonna drop some money in here so I can order some more seeds, and I'll just go ahead and do that right now. Let's finish off tonight's customers. And we'll roll on to the next. Testing, 1, 2, 3. My buddy, Mr. Woody, coming in to say hi. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Woody. Over by the barbershop. So I did a preliminary test last evening. Oh no, the police are after me. Last evening, and then watched the stream afterwards, and it seemed like it wasn't going well. There were some laggy bits, and there were some frame drops and skips and so on. So I've adjusted my settings. So hopefully everything is good now. And I'm not having the issues that I was having with the stream last night. But I don't know for sure. Sure, we'll find out. Okay, let's get you some candy. There we go. And then that takes care of all my deals for tonight. Ooh, 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 ooh. Behind the slop shop. Oh, that's right over here. Hit the right button. There's some more seeds for me. Alright, well, my evening activities outside of the hotel room or motel room are taken care of. Go to the casino, but I'm not much on, casino life. But you can go to the casino, and they've got slot machines They have a blackjack table. And they have it's called Let It Ride. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm not a big gambler, so I'm not up to speed with all the terms of games. No blackjack and slots, poker. I don't know all the other things that you can find in those types of establishments. All right. So we'll have to go talk to Dan tomorrow and buy some more soil. Now that we've got some money to do so, we'll start stocking up a little bit. I should have grabbed that while I was over here, but I didn't. But we can start stocking up on a few things. So that we can just keep making candy. But yeah, one of the better starts that I found is making sure that you go ahead and finish the candy grow in the RV before you go out and to Uncle Nelson and get your stashes picked up, because if you do that, it gives you a little head start on product, so you can make some customers early game. It's just kind of a nice little boost in the early game. Okay, so that's good to go. Also, time kind of stops, at 4 a.m. So, like, those candy plants won't grow. The clock stops running, but you can still do a lot of your, you know, manpower type stuff, like, packaging up candy, jelly beans. Call them jelly beans. Packaging up your jelly beans here. And then that's why I usually try to do most of my deals in the last quarter of the day, or the morning, early morning hours, whatever. Because at 4 a.m. time stops, so your deals don't ever actually expire. You just have time to keep running around and completing your deals. So that's one big reason why I try to schedule all my deals for late or early, however you want to look at it. All right. So there we go. There we go. There we go. So with that done, I think it's time to go to bed. So we'll see you in the morning. Yeah, Woody, it is a fun game. It's a little different concept, and not only the game is fun, and the story, in-game story is fun. The story about the game is pretty cool too. Um, it's made by a small independent, and when I say small independent development company, I mean small and very independent. It's one guy. I know his name's Tyler. Other than that, I don't know anything about the guy. But one developer, he's done, I believe up to this point, he's developed everything with the game. And I think he was just doing it kind of for fun. And when it released, I don't know, exactly how much the guy made, but the guy made a lot of money off of Steam sales. As soon as it released, it just huge numbers. A nice feel-em-good story of, hey, here's a guy that's just kind of doing his own thing, not paying attention to the corporate juggernaut that is most gaming. And, he created a gem, some would say. And, yeah, now he's, he's got money in the bank. I don't know if he's got money in the bank. He had money in the bank. I guess it's entirely possible he's already spent it all. I know it'd be hard not to. I don't know if he had money before. He may not have. He may have been doing good. I know I don't have money. If that were something that I were to do and it were to blow up like that, and all of a sudden I had money in the bank, I'm pretty sure there's a few things that I would go spend some money on. And I'm not sure that I wouldn't go spend all the money on. I'd have to be careful. I can tell you one thing. I'd have better internet than what I have now. It wouldn't be the potato that's plugged in the back of my PC. My Wi-Fi potato. Oops. I didn't want to do that. Let's pick that up and go put it in the trash bin. There we go. So yeah, I like it's kind of an underdog. Get my tongue out of the way. It's kind of an underdog story, I think. So. And I think he did a really good job with the mini game design. Where you gotta, like this one here, where you gotta pour the water on the little marker to get credit for watering the plant. It's not complicated, but it's not just like a lot of games. You look at the plant and you click on it and it does it. It's watered. No fun in that. It's a point and click game. This has got some mini games, you know, putting the product in the bags or the jars or, you know, whatever. Harvesting your product when it's fully grown. You know, a lot of games you would just walk up to the plant and click on it, and boom, you'd have all your product in your inventory. You know, with this one, there's a little mini game where you gotta go trim the plant. So I think he did a good job on the game. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's so fun that I'm sitting here trying to do a quick stream of, you know, to test my settings. And I look up and I've been streaming for 30 minutes already. Doesn't seem like it. And I have... so there's been one major update that made some pretty significant changes. I think anyway. To some automations that you can do to the game to make it a little simpler to get your operation going. I need that. Need two of those. To get your operation going. And, you know, that way you're not having to do the same thing over and over. You can hire workers to... You can hire botanists later to do, for instance, what I'm doing right now. They take care of planting the seeds and watering the plants and trimming the plants and all that stuff. You know, so you can concentrate on dealing your candy. And then you have additional salespeople that you can hire to sell your candy. So then you don't have to necessarily be the one running around at all hours of the night. You know, you can really kind of create an empire and be as involved or as not involved as you want to be. You can, you know, set it up to where you don't list products for sale and your dealers will just sell the product for you. You can mix in additives to make your candy more efficient so that your customers get more addicted to the sugar, we'll say. You know, there's fancy effects that you can have added in. One of the effects that I think is funny is it turns whoever eats or consumes your candy into a cyclops. I mean, you know, whatever. Oh, stuck on a door. Let go of the door. Oh, 200, not in a row, but close. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do in the game. And you can buy cars and drive your cars around. There's a van that's like a big cargo van that you can haul candies from place to place. There's multiple locations that you can buy for your business. There's a lot that can be done. And if you buy it on Steam, there's a lot of achievements that can be earned through Steam. I don't know if that does you any good, but if you're an achievement chaser, you know, like Xbox has achievements, and the PS5 has trophies, achievements. You know, all that stuff's just kind of just one more thing that adds to the you know, oh cool, I can earn a it's not a participation trophy. You have to do things to get there. Participation trophies have kind of ruined the world, in my opinion. When we started doing, you know, kids play soccer, and well, the one that didn't win feels left out, so he's got to get a trophy too. But no, he doesn't need a trophy. He needs to either get better at soccer so he can get himself a soccer trophy, or go find the thing that he is good at. Because, you know, not everybody's good at soccer. By the way, I'm using soccer as an example. I actually hate soccer. You know, go play football. Go play basketball. Go play baseball. If you're not athletic, go learn to program. You might be a programmer. You might be a game designer. You might be like Tyler, where you're just, you know, playing around with designing game in your spare time, if that's the case. I don't know that it was. And, you know, you release a game and it's a bestseller for a month or whatever. There's all kinds of things. You know, go be an engineer. Check that out. Design some things. Build some things. Try woodworking. Woodworking's awesome. Do some leatherworking. I used to do leatherworking before I got all gimpy, and I had, you know, other business owners would see the quality of my work, and they would tell me, you should consider doing this. You know, I made a big back patch for a friend of mine, and she loved it. And I did it. Her husband asked me to do it for her birthday, and he paid me $40, which was a little more than what material cost was. And I did it. I charged him $40. And then I had people that would see that patch and be like, yeah, that's easily a $600 patch. I was like, well, really? Yeah. So I could have really potentially made some money. I did make some wallets and sell a few wallets for a couple $100 a piece. So I know there was a lot of potential there. There's all kinds of things you can do. You just gotta find what's right for you. Don't try to force your way into playing soccer if you're not a soccer player. You know what I mean? Just don't. It's not worth it. I was really good at sheet metal assembly. Worked in aircraft for many years. Also, have very engineering mindset. When I was in high school, that's what I wanted to do, was become an engineer. Couldn't really afford school for it, and got married right out of high school. So then I really didn't have money for it. Could have gone to school, gone into engineering, and I could be making some pretty decent money right now. But I didn't. I'm okay with that. But I worked aircraft, and then the opportunity came up for me to move into the a planning job from doing assembly work. And after you do assembly work, sheet metal work in general, for long enough, your hands get to the point where they don't really want to work. Carpal tunnel is a big thing in sheet. And I'm pretty sure that I had a major case of that. There were times where I'd be working along, doing small part assembly, and my hands would just, fall asleep. I wouldn't be able to hang on to tools. Couldn't go to pick up a tool and turn to walk away from my workbench, and basically I would just drag the tool off onto the floor because I didn't have a hold of it good enough. I thought I did, but then nope, it did just plop on the floor. So it was getting time to move to another career, so I did. I worked out for a few years, and then boom, life changes. I was at home one evening and had a stroke. Made it to the ER, walked into the ER actually. Hobbled into the ER with the help from my wife. And spent a week in the hospital. Spent another month, I think, in the rehab hospital. And here I am. And luckily, the company that I worked for at the time were very understanding and very accommodating. And kept my position open for me, and whenever I came back, I worked from home part-time to accommodate for going to my outpatient rehab, which I did for a year. After my inpatient rehab was over, I did outpatient rehab for over a year. Or no, for about a year. Just under, actually. And, never fully recovered the use of my right hand. Getting around was difficult for me. But, I manage with a lot of help from my wife. I've got some great friends that have done a lot for me to help me get some things done that I physically can't do. So, things change. Here I was talking about participation trophies, and I'm talking about one thing I will tell everybody is if you're not used to finishing off your bathroom activities with your offhand, like if you're right-handed, using your left hand a little bit, vice versa. Oh, I highly recommend that you occasionally practice your paperwork skills with your opposite hand. Because, God forbid, the time comes when you have to, you have to go there. Oh, it's a rough go if you're not used to it. And all of a sudden, that's what you got to do. You might also learn to write with your opposite hand a little bit. If you're into shooting sports, you might try shooting with your opposite hand a little bit. If you're into like hand tool work, same thing. You might try using your opposite hand a little bit. You never know when all of a sudden something don't work so great no more. List that. Clear out my messages. Package up the rest of what I have here. And then, since I just hired Benji to help me with sales, I'm going to give him some items. I'm going to hang on to some for samples for new customers. And we'll call that good. I'll pick up my trash. I'll take my trash out to the cash for trash bin. And go back in, and I'll go to sleep for the night, and I'll call the stream done for now. I'll go check it out, see how the settings were. Hopefully I got rid of the lag. And as long as all's good and I don't have to do a bunch of setting changes again, I'll probably be back on a little later today to do some streaming. I have a plan to do a game that's called Drive Beyond Horizons. It's a post-apocalyptical game where you're driving and building the car that you're driving as you're driving it. Not simultaneous, but you know, you drive to a place, you pick up parts, you put it on the car, blah, blah, blah. It's a pretty cool game too. It's fairly inexpensive on Steam. After I get all my settings dialed in, playing around with Schedule 1 here, I'm going to start a series of streams on it where I go through and I try to build all the cars that are currently in the game. They're supposed to be adding more cars as they make updates to the game and everything. So, but until then, I want to thank my 3 viewers. Thank you. And I'm gonna call it there, and we shall